Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist, the hostess with the mostest, and as always, the only Holly you need to know. Thank you so much for tuning into the show today. This has been such an incredible month. I've had so much going on. We had the Say Yes to the Dress event again. We've had other events that we're going to. I went to Alexander McQueen in London. There was a full episode about that. We had so much going on. We've got a lot to look forward to. Holiday is coming up, and I have a very, very special BFD guest today. Not only is she a BFD, she creates multi-wear handbags that spark joy and give women a sense of freedom, lightness, and preparedness as they take on the world. This is Gretchen Maull Berger. She founded GG Maull to fulfill her lifelong purpose of empowering women through fashion by elevating their self-confidence and inner strength. She launched in 2016 at Intermix and expanded sales from over 30 specialty boutiques to major department stores like Bloomingdale's, Curve, and Fred Siegel. She completed the Goldman Sachs 10,000 small business program in 2 years later to cultivate an ambitious vision to reinvent retail through novel concept of Voice Your Vision, a novel retail concept where the customer replaces the department buyer. GG Maull creates the most incredible handbags I've ever seen. We're friends. We saw each other at Fashion Week. God damn it. Welcome, Gretchen, to the show. Welcome.
Oh, that was the best intro of all time, Holly. Yeah, thank you so much. You'd be my hype woman any day.
I mean, I'm hyped. So it was Fashion Week. Gretchen came up to me. She's like, I totally know you. I was like, do I know you? And she's like, oh my God, I know you. So anyway, we met, we fell in love. We became friends. And then all of a sudden I was like, I want to interview you. And then I was like, send me some bags. She's like, okay, I'm having a 90s party. Do you want to come? I was like, don't invite me because I'll come. More on that. But I am so excited. Thank you for joining us. You are a extraordinary, powerful, empowering women's small business, which is what we love here at the Fashion Crimes Podcast. I want you to tell us all about you, how you got started, and how you dreamed up your product.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here and with someone as passionate about fashion as you are, Holly. I always knew I wanted to be in fashion my whole life. I interned at Proenza Schooler when they were kind of designing their first shoe line. I went to school in Milan. I did a master's in shoe and handbag design.
I didn't know that.
Crazy. I loved it. That's where I make all my bags now in Italy. I got my first job at Oscar de la Renta in New York, and they wanted an assistant handbag designer. So I really just jumped into handbags. And from there, I worked at Calvin Klein. I launched their white label. I worked at Juicy Couture and was the senior director there of handbags until they were sort of sold to Authentic Brands Group. And sort of through the transition, I was taking corporate liquidators around to liquidate the office, and there was all the machines, all the fabrics, everything. And they were like, oh, why don't you just donate it or get rid of it? I was like, to donate to myself? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So it was like that. And also at the same time, my sister was actually hit by a car crossing 42nd Street. She's completely fine, but there's definitely a couple of days there where they didn't know if she'd make it. So it just helped me like reprioritize what's important to me, and that, tomorrow is never guaranteed. So you should follow your dreams today. Yeah, so that with like sort of the universe sending me like the pattern maker and all the stuff from Juicy, I took the leap and like launched GG Maull.
So you always wanted to make handbags and shoes, or then when you got the stuff, you were like, let me just do handbags?
No, I always wanted to do in fashion, because I love when like a woman is like turned on, in her power, feeling confident. It's like you look good, you feel good. It's sort of like, it's just so magical. So that's why I always love fashion. And I just really liked accessories because it was so sculptural. You didn't have to be confined by the body. And I just love like Python and all the leathers and materials. So yeah, that's sort of how that worked. And then yeah, just I got my job as a handbag designer and I've been doing it ever since.
So who is the GG Maull customer? Talk about that for a minute.
So I would say my rebels, which is who I call my customers, it's my community.
Love
My
that.
rebels are really they're trendsetters. They love to be unique. They feel empowered and shop by their values. You know, they love supporting female founded businesses, I would say. They like doing something that's not the norm, that's not what everyone else has. Yeah, that's mainly who the women are who shop my bags.
And did you, when you worked at Oscar, you worked at Proenza, you worked at all these places, did you see a gap in the market for bags? Were you like, I need to do this kind of bag, or explain the thought process behind that?
Yes. When I launched GG Maull like in 2016, there was no like multifunction. Like that did not exist. I loved the idea of multifunctional handbags. Like women have so many different roles. We multitask throughout the day. You know, we're going from business meetings to like picking up our kids, and you just need a handbag that transitions with you. So like all of our bags have a hands-free option, just because I think women can accomplish more having both hands-free. And yeah, it's sort of as simple as that.
So your priority, like, so your priority luxury. Is function, simplicity,
but with like a luxury element, right? Like I think it's multifunction, you know, luxury. We make all of our handbags at the same factory that like Dior makes. I buy all the skins from like Gucci's Python factory. That, and then we don't do wholesale, so we offer at a much like more affordable price point, you know, at like a $500 to $1,000 price point.
I love that. So do you consider yourself a sustainable brand?
Yeah. Yes, we do. We launched something actually in 2019. I did the Goldman Sachs 10,000 small business program that you mentioned, and my like big audacious goal was that I wanted to reinvent the retail industry. And so we pulled out of wholesale and we do something called Voice Your Vision, where the customer replaces the department store buyer. And so that allows us to, well, it's one way of women investing in women. So women are able to pre-purchase at a lower price, the same way a store would. And they kind of vote with their dollars. And then we make cut made to order. So there's no waste.
Very nice.
We do different twists even on that. So it's like one season we did all upcycled leather. So I took any leather from the factory that wasn't being used and only used that to make our handbags.
So you just call them or tell them like, hey, anything that you're not put it aside? Are you are you in competition for that extra fabric, or are they like, we're going to throw it out anyway? What's the procedure?
It's usually going to get thrown out anyway.
Really? And
it goes to like a sale that's like,
oh, I see. Okay.
Like an auction, but like at a very, very low price.
Tell us about your first, you're like, I'm going to create my own line. You already tell us if people who are aspiring designers and whatever they want to design, it could be jewelry or whatever. You had done the program, you had, resources, you had contacts. You're like, I'm going to make a bag now. So you do one sample, or do you have to do a run, or explain that to us?
No, you can make like one sample. I have my Rebel holster, which maybe I'll have to find one to show you guys. I can show you quickly. But yeah, I designed a bag that I like loved. And no one else ever really liked it, but it was like so multifunctional, and it was even weight distribution, and it was hands-free, and it was all the things I loved. So I ended up patenting that bag. But
good for you.
That was like my initial bag that I like launched with. Just did it in gold Python. We really like, so like here, it goes on like a backpack.
Okay.
Then you can wear it.
Love it. Check it out.
Yeah. And then they actually separate out into 2 belt bags. So you can wear them also like separate as 2 belt bags or like individual purses. But that was my initial design that I patented. But yes, if you want to be a handbag designer, you can totally find a pattern maker. do one individual bag if you wanted. I like to do more key items like that, where you design one bag and do it in multiple colors, is how we do Voice Your Vision now. More the traditional way would be to do like multiple styles, multiple colors. But yeah, just follow your dreams. I'd say follow your bliss. Whatever makes you happy and brings you joy is the right path.
Explain the Find Your Voice. Explain how, is that a national program, or is that just something that you're doing, or that who offers that, and how do you get in it?
By the Voice Your Vision?
Yeah.
No, I've totally come up with this myself.
Oh,
this is how we launch our new, this is how we launch our new designs. This is how we launch our new bags. We do it like 2 or 3 times a year. And so when we launch our new bags, we invite all of our rebels to come, and everyone can vote and like pre-purchase. You can also vote and pre-purchase online. And yeah, whatever gets the most votes, or whenever I hit my goal of what it costs me to go into production, that's when we close it, and that funds my production. So it's a way of women investing in women businesses, because we actually hold 80% of the purchasing power, but only women founded companies only get 2% of venture capital funding. We only make like up, though 50% of all female founded business, 50% of all the businesses are founded by women, but we only make up 4% of the revenue. So to me, it's like, what kind of world would we live in if women only invested in women companies?
I love that idea. I love that idea. So you have to go to one of your events in order to, like you said, vote with your dollars. And then do you scrap the rest of the styles, or do you just keep them on the back burner?
Yeah, I just keep them on the back burner.
Okay.
But yeah, usually they don't all go into production.
Got it.
Only the ones that only the ones that my rebels love. And then I get direct feedback right there before production. I'd say it usually takes about 3 to 4 months to get your bag, but you're part of the process, you're part of the change.
And where is your production?
We produce our bags in Italy. So it's in the Emilia Romagna area outside Bologna. It's right between Parma and Modena, where like all the best food is. It's next to the Lamborghini factory. Yeah. Yeah. They make like Dior, they do Off-White, they do Nancy Gonzalez, they do all a bunch of big brands too. I actually love my factory. It's such a great story. My first factory was made Chanel, and they were going to take me on. And this is another way that big players sort of push out small brands, is Chanel actually told them they couldn't take me on and like maximize their capacity. So they didn't have any room for me anymore. After like crying in the parking lot, flying back to Italy, then I like did a whole nother factory tour. And at the end, I went to this like one factory like Europa Moda that makes like Louis Vuitton, and I'd worked with them before. They're like, the maestro saw me very like disappointed. I was like, no one really will take me on, I'm too small, blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, my sons have this like side project, they want to start their own factory, like they're really young, I don't know if you want to work with them. Meanwhile, they're like 38, and I was probably like 28 at the time. Like I didn't think they were young at all. Anyhow, so yeah, they were starting their own factory with only 8 employees, and like Gigi Maull was like their first international account. And yeah, and it's just like sort of a like love fest now, like I really supported them, they supported me, and now they like do Dior and Off-White and all these big brands. I'm so
how long have you been in business now?
I launched in 2016, so 5-6 years. I did take a year and a half off for COVID.
Yeah, I'm sure it affected a lot of businesses, especially a lot of factories too, and a lot of production.
Yeah. Italy was hit really hard. I was pregnant, so I just sort of leaned into
pregnancy,
taking a break, like leaning into what the universe is telling me. I think that's also another like sort of movement or thing I love with Gigi Maull, is the idea of like feminine success, effortless success, sort of listening to what is flowing to you, attracting it in versus chasing it. So yeah, I sort of just leaned into like taking a break during COVID.
Tell us about the mantra card.
Oh, so yeah, it's sort of what we're all about, again, of like spreading joy and empowering women. And just like when you look good and feel good, how do you incorporate that into like a mindset, right? It's not just about like what you wear, it's about how you feel on the inside. So I include these mantra cards for women to like write a personal mantra that empowers them or uplifts them, and encourage our rebels to say it to themselves every time they grab the bag, even if it's like, I'm a magnet for success, or, things flow easy to me. Whatever you need sometimes just to like uplift you, right? Like something goes wrong, but you're like, this is not going to pull me down.
I think it's such a small, inexpensive way to appreciate the customer for buying your product, to let them know that you're thinking about them, and to get them to think on their own. It's so much more to me. When I saw the mantra card, it's literally a card like this, and it's got some things written on it. I think I took it out because I've been using this bag, which I'm going to buy, by the way, from you. Here it is. Here's the mantra card. So it's just a card like this, and it says, when writing a mantra, consider the following. What motivates and excites you? When do you feel the most joy? What do you want to feel when you wear this bag out? What is your dream? How will you feel when you accomplish it? Must be written in present tense, like I am a badass. I am doing this. An example of a Gigi Maull mantra: things flow easily to us. So this is in each bag, and this probably costs $0 to get these little cards made, or 10 cents a card, and you put them in, and that way they get a little gift. It's like, I don't know many people that have a small business that sell as much as you do, that take the personal time to thank you ask them what they want, get the feedback, care about the feedback, and actually change your product due to the feedback, in addition to keeping them coming back. I think that you're such a personal, like really spiritual, energetic person that can connect with people beyond just, hey, buy my bag. Hey, my bags are better. And that's to me what turns me on about small brands, because you have to care, right? You have to care. You have to respect what people are saying. And so I asked Gigi, I said, I need to review her product. I'm going to send it all back. She sent me 5 bags. Okay. One, I was like, that was really good marketing, because I'm going to keep 2, and I was going to send them all back, but now I'm going to keep 2. She's like, okay, that's great. So this right here, I don't know the technical name, but this
a Rebel belt bag.
Rebel belt bag. Okay, can I just say, we went to the Lizzo concert, and I said to my son's girlfriend, I was like, ooh, give me a fanny pack. I don't have one. So she gave me this fanny pack she had. I was like, God damn it, this is convenient. And I realized I had this, and I actually wore this to your event, and I'm keeping it, and I love it.
Oh, good. I love that.
I love it.
Blair, Edie, so many big bloggers love that bag too. Crystal Peck, like, it's such a popular one.
I freaking love it. And here's the ass kicker. Is it big enough to hold your phone? And the answer is yes. And when you get a bag and it doesn't hold your phone, you've just flushed that money down the toilet. And I mean, again, you're not going to put your whole life in here, but when you go to a concert, when you're walking around, you're going shopping, you're going to the grocery store. When I walk my dog, I have to have my keys and my this and my that, and I'm like stuffing my pockets. But now I have my new Gigi Maull belt bag.
Yeah, to me it equates of like what men do with just like putting their wallet and their phone in their pockets and walking out the door.
Yeah,
it's like that for women, but like we need a lipstick, we need like a few credit cards, we need a little bit more, but
yeah.
We still want to be like light.
This is the next tote bag. It's between this and the other one. I have a black tote bag, but damn it, I love this. And if you can see on the side, there's these intricate designs, and
laser cut and quilted.
It is roomy. The inside lining is animal print, or agate print. I like to call it animal print, and it's turquoise and black. It's got a snap, it's got a pocket, It's gigantic and it is so durable. It doesn't have this flimsy ass shit that is going to pull if you really have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of bags, and that's my biggest gripe is like, I need to put 30 pounds worth of weight in here. I don't want it to break.
No, I love traveling with that bag.
So
it's also a great diaper bag.
Yeah. I mean, totally great diaper bag. I just think it's so different.
There's the easy access cell phone pocket I also really like on the back. So I like, because you don't want to lose your cell phone in a huge bag. So then you have your cell phone pocket separate.
Amazing. I love I don't know if I'm going to keep this, but I love this too. And
thank you.
I love it too. And it's when you're walking around New York City, there's no diss to anybody who doesn't live here, but you have to, there is no going home real quick to get your whatever. When you're fucking out, you're out, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to bring everything with you. Your computer if you get stuck, different shoes if you're changing into heels, if it's hot and then it's going to be cold, maybe it's sunny, it could be raining in 20 minutes, like you don't know. So it really helps to have a bag that you can depend on, and you can bang it around a little bit. I just had that conversation the other day. I said, don't give me a bag I can't bang around, because if I have to,
extremely hard on my stuff, it's so scary.
If I have to baby it, I can't enjoy it. I don't want to worry about it. Not that I'm a slob, but I need to be able to throw it down really quick or whatever. I don't want to have to worry about it getting scratched and all. And this bag I know comes in a bunch of different colors.
Yeah, we sold through a lot of them.
Yeah. And then I love this, but I love the double Rebel. I love that too. I think it's super cute. And I need everyone to understand how fabulous your bags are. Okay. So let's talk about bag trends for just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What are the fashion cycle goes on 20 years. What's popular 20 years ago, it's popular again, and then it goes out of style. You know, everything that was when we were in high school, I just dated myself, is back in. So what are some bag trends? Do you follow trends? Do you follow Pantone colors? Tell us how you pick the colors and skins and what trends you follow.
Yeah, I do love to follow color trends. I would say that's probably the biggest one. I don't particularly follow trends because I always want something to look like a Gigi Maull bag.
Mm-hmm.
So we love like Art Deco detailing. I love 80s like power women, power dressing, and like the functionality piece. But I love the 90s sort of trend. That's definitely been influencing my new designs. I've been loving the fuchsia pink.
Yeah.
I've been seeing so much on the runway. That, and then I think like sparkles. Yeah, I don't know if I always love these things, but this is also like on trend, and I love sparkles. So I feel like that's really what's been influencing me from like this fashion week.
So when you carry a lot of stuff, this has, a leather strap, but if you have some of your other bags that have chains, how do you incorporate like the weight on your shoulder, or if it's going to dig in? Like, do you take those functionality and details into account? Like if someone's carrying it for a long time,
definitely. If it's a larger bag, it has to have a leather strap. I think like the chain is only for like a smaller bag because that the weight is going to be lower because you can't fit as much into it.
Right. For sure. And
so that's definitely something you take into account.
Are you going to Italy to pick this to go through all the stuff? How many times do you go per year, or did they just send you what they have?
I try to go twice a year only now, just because of Zoom and baby, and the factory knows me so well. But Linea Pelle happens in Milan. It happens twice a year. I lived in Milan for 3 years, so I love any excuse to go there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Eat pasta. I just went for a Salon du Mobile, which is one of my favorite things to go. If you've never gone, it's better than Fashion Week. It's the interior design week and furniture design. It's what Fashion Week used to be. It's like very open. Everyone's welcome. It's like much more diverse. There's like parties in the streets, and you walk into all of the different like galleries. I went for Salon du Mobile, and that was
kind of like Art Basel a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was really inspiring. But yeah, there's a Linea Pelle leather fair, happens twice a year in September and February is really fun to go to in Milan.
Do you speak fluent Italian?
I would not say I'm fluent anymore. My factory does not speak English, so I'll put it
Oh,
that
okay.
way. Yes, I speak Italian. If we're speaking about handbags or food, I'm fluent. If we start speaking about banking, not so fluent.
So what, like, the fashion industry has such a shitty rap about waste and fast fashion and purchasing and, global warming and factories and inhumane factory conditions. The list goes on and on and on and on. Or as a brand, how I obviously you're sustainable, you do slow batches, but if you expand your line, how do you stay true to those morals? How do you, if you blow, I mean, you've blown up, right? If somebody places 100,000 piece order tomorrow, how do you, where's the balance? Where's the balance?
Well, I only sell to individuals and not wholesale, so I definitely would control that. I don't think one individual person will be buying 100,000 handbags.
Right. I was talking about, because you said you're in, you're in all these departments.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I did that before I did my Voice Your Vision. So, no, I definitely want to change the retail industry for this reason. But I mean, it's even more is that it's more about a consumer. It's like, how do you consume? You buy things you love. You buy things that are made by someone that is like ethical and thinking about the environment. You don't buy one bag and then wear it once and throw it out.
Right.
It's a lifestyle, I think, with fashion, buying things that you love and just doing things that you love, and that like quality over quantity.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. I mean, it's just re-educating the American consumer, probably, especially like millennial. I mean, I'm a millennial, maybe Gen Z, who doesn't even remember that, like, in Italy, they buy one pair of Prada boots, even if you're like middle class, you don't buy one pair of boots. You don't buy like 5 pairs or 10 pairs of boots that,
Is that a concern for you, having your own brand for the future? Like, are you worried or concerned, like the bigger companies are eating smaller companies? Is it harder as a smaller brand to be seen, be heard, or are you having better luck, with social media as a millennial, saying, here's my product, try my product, call me, DM me? Speak to that a little bit about how you gain
competition is the enemy of joy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, or comparison is the enemy of joy. Comparison is the enemy of joy, right? So like everything I try to do with Gigi Maull, I try to have it bring me joy. So like anything like that, I just don't partake in. And now it's like I sort of beat to my own drum so much that I'm not even bothered by what happens in the fashion industry. And it's sort of more like now a little bit, as like we touched on, the like feminine or effortless success of that. I want to attract in what I want. So it's like I'm redoing my website right now, and my next dream is that like Beyonce is going to wear one of my bags and post about it.
We're gonna put that in the universe. We're gonna put that in the universe.
And I can't get boggled down of how it's going to happen. Blah blah blah. You just like focus on what you want and attract it in. So it's a completely different way of like building a business.
Yeah.
But I think it's like better for women. I think it's better for mothers. Like my dream is to work 30 hours a week and be really successful, and hit $1 million a year revenue.
Okay, we're gonna put that in the universe too.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that answers the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I think it's very difficult to scream into the void of social media and people in your age group that say, I'm designing this. Well, so are 30,000 other people. I think it's hard to stand out, and you have such a positive attitude that it's really refreshing to say, you know what, if somebody else does that, it's okay. I'm still doing what, nobody can take that away from me. And that's one of the things that I love about you. You're not going to let that get you down or feel like I'm not enough. I'm not selling enough. I'm not doing enough. Cause I think it's really hard to be your own cheerleader. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this just comes back to what like I want for every one of my rebels, it comes back to like the mantra cards and like what I want every single woman to feel like.
Yeah.
No one's doing it the same way I'm doing it. Like I patented a rebel holster. Like no one does it the same way you're doing it. So it's like you are unique, and like if you don't believe in yourself, like no one is.
Right.
And especially if you're like, especially when we're in fashion, we're like championing women and.
That's why I push so much for my styling clients and for my listeners. You call them rebels, I call them fashion insider besties. And so I push for my insiders to really think before they go to the mall. I want them to really think before. Maybe they need a bag, maybe they don't, but if they do, I want them to think of you first. I don't want them to run to TJ Maxx. I don't want them to run to Amazon. I don't want them to do that, because those places don't need your money. Small brands are what bring the authenticity, I think, back to the old days of what it used to be, when people used to sketch by hand and make couture dresses, and they would hand sew one dress at a time. Some people still do that, yes, but you and people like you are the rebirth to me of the fashion industry and accessories, of doing things because you really want someone to have a fucking fabulous bag. You're not in it for reasons that are, I want to be top of the world. I want to make more money than anybody else. I want to be better known than anybody else. You're like, I just want my one person to feel great. And I love that. That means a lot to people. And it's not important to everybody, but I think when you care like that, I think people really notice.
Yeah, and that's how you find your tribe, right? That's how you find your insiders. That's how we find our rebels, right? The women who get it. And then we're like, we're here for you,
Yeah, totally. Again, with personal styling, it's be who you want to be. It doesn't matter to me. It's none of my business. Let's make you the best you that you want to be. Don't say you don't like this. You don't like this. You don't know what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to give yourself a chance to evolve your style, as you age, which I think women my age, it's really hard because I'm 48 years old. You're certainly younger than me, but the point is that when people get to middle age, they think they can't, right? Like, I really shouldn't be doing this and I can't do that. And I'm too old for that. And I don't want to try to look like my daughter. And I don't want people to think I'm trying, there's all these ego, things.
Do what brings you joy. Like,
totally.
I think I've been regressing. Like I'm 36. I'm a mother now. I think I've been regressing. Like
You're fighting it.
No, I'm like, no, I'm wearing shorter skirts. No, I'm wearing brighter colors. Like,
yes. And I love that. And I love that energy about you, but it's all about whatever your lifestyle calls for. So I think it's so empowering to speak to somebody at the creative level who can say, buy or don't buy it. But if you do buy it, you're going to feel great when you do. And I love that. And you have so many choices and so many styles. Tell me some of your favorites. Tell me some of your biggest sellers.
It's like choosing a favorite child.
We only have one right now. So it's okay.
Our bestseller right now is our Outlaw. That's like one of our new bags. It's one here, like here has a chain.
I saw that. I love the lining.
A bunch of different colors. This is one of our best sellers. Our belt bag that you showed and our mini GGs are definitely like a bestseller. They're opening price point.
And what's that pink bag behind you?
You can wear them as well. Oh yeah, this is one of them. This is a mini GG, like as a sample. I want to do something like more sparkly, but yeah. So you can wear
cute.
Like this. You can wear them as belt bags. All of our bags, and you can wear hands free. So that's why they're all on your waist.
Super cute. Loving this journey for us.
Yeah. You can adjust how like long it is, longer, shorter. Yeah, so
Super
these are our
cute.
mini GGs, and we have them in a million colors, and that's like one of our best sellers as well.
That's amazing. So tell us some future projects that you might be working on. Are you just getting more styles? Are you expanding? Are you having more events? Where do we need to
Yes,
go?
we love events. We love events. I'm right now about to launch a new website. So my last production run, first one post COVID, took a little bit longer than expected. I had extra time, so I actually am relaunching the website this month, which I'm really, really excited about.
And the
And I think
website
it's
is
ggmaull.com,
okay.
Maull. Yeah, so we're relaunching that, and then we're gonna do probably another 90s dance party in Miami.
Love
Go
it.
down there, and another Voice Your Vision. I think it's gonna be probably in March.
Okay.
Yeah, new handbags, a new Voice Your Vision that you can vote on. So
Are you expanding your line? Are you just doing more bags? Are you going to go into different products or just bags for now?
just bags for now. I really want to accomplish and feel really settled in like one product category, I think,
I don't
before I
blame you.
expand into other product categories. But yeah, I would love to do like shoes, jewelry, handbags. I'd love to do all three, accessories, and sunglasses.
Well, we love to accompany you and support you on your journey. And we're so grateful for women like you that are putting such positivity into the world and really helping women just identify and say, I do want to be badass. I'm going to buy this bag and I will be a badass because my mantra card says it. And I love it.
That.
And
I
I love
love
it.
that. Yes.
And
You are a
P.S.
badass, Holly.
Send me a bill for that. Okay.
Yes, you are a badass.
And I'm going to pick that. There's one more I'm going to keep. I didn't bring it in the room, but there's one more I'm going to keep. And again, if you ask Gigi for some bags, she's going to send you 12 bags and you'll probably end up keeping 4. So don't ask for that many because she'll send them all to you. She's like, oh my God, here's 12. You asked for 3. just take 12. Anyway,
I knew
tell
you
us.
had such good taste.
Thank you. And what is your Instagram? Do you have a YouTube channel? Anything like that we can follow?
Gigi Maull everything.
Oh, Gigi Maull everything.
Gigi Maull everything. I just actually got on TikTok. It's so funny. My dad, who's 70, was like, you have to start a TikTok account.
Amazing.
So I'm like, okay, I just got on TikTok. Yeah, but mainly Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, online.
Well, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to put some of your I'm going to do a
Please follow us.
Yeah, definitely follow Gigi. She's great. Send her a DM. If you want to, inquire about her bags or her product line, she's got so much. It's like coming out of her eyeballs. I mean,
you can even on our new website that's going to be launching soon, you can download your own mantra card, put in your bag.
Oh, I love that. That's so nice. I need to get them all lined up so I can put them in my my vision book. I have a vision book that I'm slack about looking at, but I'm going to put my mantra card in that, and we're going to continue to support you. I'm going to be rocking my belt bag. I'm going to be posting a few videos of me using your bags, walking around town, taking some video, giving some style inspo. So I'm so grateful to you. I'm so happy we met. I'm so thankful that you invited me to your event. I definitely want to go back to another 90s party. That was super fun. We enjoyed it. And I hope that you conquer the world with all of your bags, and that every time I look on the street, I can be like, that's a Gigi Maull. That's a Gigi Maull. Oh my God, we're best friends. How about that? So please keep in touch. Make sure, you get all of your rebels turned on to the Fashion Crimes podcast. We would love that. And thank you so very much. Any closing thoughts? Any personal positivity?
Thank you for having me, Holly. And you're such an example of women supporting women. I'm so thankful to be on this and to have met you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. We will be watching you closely, Gretchen, and we will be keeping up with you and following you. Do not worry about that. Guys, check it out. ggmaull.com. She's on Instagram. She's on Pinterest. She's now on TikTok. Follow her, buy one of her bags, request a sample if you just want to look at it. It's really well made. It's got great hardware, great construction, laser cut. She's got all these different pythons. It's in a really good price point. holiday is coming up, and lo and behold, she will hopefully be part of my gift guide this year. So make sure you keep up with her and keep up with us at the Fashion Crimes Podcast. If you are not getting this in your inbox every single week, just go to fashioncrimespodcast.com, drop your email in the pop-up box, and you will get all of this very, very free fashion content delivered every single week. Share it with somebody you love. Share it with somebody you know who needs fashion help. And thank you so much for listening to us this week. We got a lot of great shit coming up. Stay tuned. This has been the Fashion Crimes Podcast. My name is Holly Katz, your hostess with the mostest, your favorite personal stylist, and as always, the only Holly you need to know. This has been the Fashion Crimes Podcast, and we are out.